Well, hello folks, and welcome back to Project Mike 13. Now today I have a slideshow for you because the camera that I was using at the time managed to corrupt all the files that I had recorded, so unfortunately we just have these images. Now as you can see, we are replacing the auxiliary belt and the pulley systems as well, the bearings and pulleys. Now this one had actually fractured at the mounting point, and the spring had released as well, so it wasn't working and wasn't recharging the battery. So I took off the whole front of the car to be able to replace this. This is the first time I've done anything on the Land Rover, so it was a case of just fiddle and find out. So to be able to do this job, I needed to be able to remove the fan, but unfortunately I didn't have a tool. I decided to make one, utilising cardboard assisted design, and managed to knock up a tool quite easily out of some scrap that I had in the shed. Luckily the tool came out better than expected and it did the job that it needed it to do. The fan came off and then I was able to get to the belt and the pulley and the bearings. Now I'm not sure what all this is, but it's absolutely caked in rubbish, so I did my best to clean it out before I replaced all the parts. And then I just continued to remove all the parts from the engine that needed to come off to be replaced. Now, just looking at these two, I think I was actually pretty lucky with the engine. They're actually in really bad condition. So it was a pretty quick turnaround with the parts that I'd ordered, 2 or 3 days delivery. As you can see, the condition of the old ones to the new ones. It actually didn't take all that long for me to replace all the parts. Fans back on, job's a good one. Or so I thought. So off came the alternator for inspection. I needed to make sure that this was working in perfect condition before I checked anything else. But it just goes to show you can't always trust somebody else's work. The battery was the incorrect battery for the vehicle. It was a leisure battery, so I swapped it out for one that was sufficient. Working good, all fully charged and working under load. And that was that. I had all the electronics sorted, apart from the battery light that I couldn't remove off the dash. So headed out down to Dovey Bike Park as I normally do for work. And yeah, just took a good few trips out and enjoyed the vehicle as it was. It was working really well and I thought that was it. And there you go, I get a knock at the door one day, these three asking, can they wash my car? I said, yeah, no problem. Gave them a few bits and bobs and they did a great job for me. Well done, guys. And on to the next job. So the drive shaft actually failed on the centre bearing. It was rocking and knocking, so it needed to be replaced. Took the drive shaft off and replaced that bearing, as you can see here. So all in all, I think it took about 2 days to get this job done, and that was waiting for delivery on parts as well. And that is all the jobs currently that have needed to be done on the Project Disco 3. Stay tuned for what's to come on Project Mike 13.